Hello, welcome back to BattleTech Restoration Campaign, following Commander Jabberwock and his erstwhile company of the Slithy Toves, as we try and finish off one more one-skull mission before taking on our first priority mission. So this mission is going to be a one-skull mission. That means I'm expecting a full lance, a full light lance, perhaps even a partial medium if I'm very lucky. Desert biome, so heat may well be more of a problem than the polar battles that we've had. There's lots of money up for grabs. Salvage is still a paltry amount. I'll be hoping eventually to get, up to 5-6 premium picks in later missions, but we can't negotiate very hard at the moment. So 250 grand would certainly be very welcome. 1 and 6. I would prefer more than that. So the two primary picks, I'm going for mech parts. Even with 8 pieces per mech complete that we're aiming for, they're still probably the most valuable loot that you can find. Although at half a skull and 1 skull, it's probably touch and go. Because most weapons you can only sell for 10% of their value, and the most weapons that we're finding at the moment are those attached to light mechs, and they don't tend to be the most expensive things in the world. So we'll be working for the planetary government. I have waited the 4 days just required to get the spider back up and running again, so Decker has got his sweet ride, and we're just going to hit the ground gagging for a battle. Ooh. So our intelligence confirms a lance of Marek military units, could be vehicles and or mechs, is engaged in manoeuvres on Bellerophon within a region we control. This is an aggressive action, and the local government operations are at risk. It's a straightforward battle against my former home house. The Free Worlds League aren't going to like us. Oh. We've got them, Commander, right out in the open. Ooh. These guys are amateurs. Get eyes on them and take them out. Now, desert biomes, they're pretty. Of course, our green camo doesn't really do us any service here. We do get some odd features here, like this deposit, and we may well encounter that, because I think the battle is going to revolve around this staircase citadel, because they seem to be on the far side of that. We'll probably encounter them around this downslope here. So we've got some forest here, we've got some of this zone which is going to make targeting difficult, and anyway, we're just going to motor on forward with our tip of the spear Behemoth, and I could take a more creative route around the side here. Drop down, get some sweet cooling and do the battle over here, but I think this is going to be fine. So the mineral field, they interfere with targeting, making it more difficult, 20% more difficult to hit units within a mineral field, and makes it 10% more difficult to units in the mineral field to attack out. So I'm going to drop Behemoth in there. We have a blip. Behemoth's not very good on the old sensors, so she has no idea what that is. So what we can do is just grab Decker, who's a bit more of a sensors guy, and run him forward. Right, we have some vehicles. Can't tell how much they are in terms of weight. That requires the next level of tactical awareness. We'll sprint the others up here. But what I'm going to do is give them some of the high ground and get them shooting down as our fire support, while the Shadowhawk pushes forward and engages. So these vehicles, we can see that they're not light, because this one particularly goes on initiative 2. So that's going to be a bit heavier than we're expecting. But because we can't see them, they can't see us, and I want them to get a bit closer, I'm just going to reserve here, pull all of our initiatives down and let them get a bit closer before I get eyes on. See if there are any other units coming into our sensor range. Just looks like the two of them. Well, okay. Right, Behemoth. I can get eyes on the front. Can we put you in the forest cover? Oh, always the way. I would prefer her to be in forest, otherwise she's not going to get her bulwark boost. Maybe I'll move one of the others first. Right, let's see what we're working with here. Glitch, you're going to be quite far away up there. What do we have? Galleon! Galleon's a light tank, just a laser boat. It's got one medium and two small lasers. The small laser is going to be pointless unless you get really close to it. So all we have to do is to keep relatively at range, and I think it's going to be just absolutely fine. So there it is. Being our long-range outfit, we're just going to have a go. The armour on these things is generally very poor, so you can see here, if I do it, 18 points of damage in this location, I'll penetrate, and it's not got a huge amount of structure sitting behind that. So if the particle cannon hits... Whoa! His gear stick going. Galleon down. Right, Jabberwock. Let's just get you up here. Oh, hang on. We've got another vehicle. Okay, so 3 vehicles. I'm just going to brace there on the edge. Behemoth, now you can probably... I'm just going to sprint you in and encourage people to come forward and shoot at you. What do we have here? Ah, that looks like a striker. Yeah, there we go. So again, I quite like the strikers. They do things with missiles, which is cool. Decker's a bit stuck around here. I could get him to kind of flank round. You become guarded in woodland, and we can maybe sneak round the back and get some back shots on him. I'm going to reserve here down. Let these people come towards me. Oh well, this one maybe. Maybe. I did kill you, right? Receiving you. Right, well, I'm going to pop you... Is there anywhere I can see both? No, he's still too far down this valley route, so... If I pop you there, and if I don't guard, I'll get 40% damage reduction. Got some decent shots on there, and, you know, I'd rather take you out while I can. And we can see the colour scheme here. It gives us an indication of how many weapons we can hit them with, and what the likelihood of success is on those. But again, this thing doesn't have a huge amount of armour. I've got to get through 45 points, and the 50mm cannon can do that in one.
Let's get this done, folks. Reporting vehicle destroyed.
Oh, excellent. Right. Come on, chap, up you come. Ooh, there was another one. There's another vehicle, Lance. Oh no, no mech parts. I'm going to be disappointed. Right, let's get you up here. You can see him. Another striker. Oh yes, it's a desert, isn't it? Yuck. Well, I can do potentially 40 points of damage to this, but because it's only 3/4 of a chance to hit, I'm not going to be doing the whole 40. Probably consider 30 points to be the maximum there. so the PPC is better in terms of getting the hits in.
Special delivery.
And there it goes, 1 shot, 1 kill.
I feel bad about shooting the little guys.
Yeah, I do too, Glitch. I do too. Particularly when they just don't look after their vehicles, so they just don't have the armour to resist. Right, well, I think it's just going to take him some time to get towards us, so we'll jump you into the mineral field and brace you there. And maybe we can get a kill for Decker this time. If I can jump him round and get eyes on. That's maximum. What have we got here? Yeah, another striker. Yeah, the jump jets generate a lot of heat when you're travelling quite a distance, and the medium lasers don't help there. But
Targeting for an alpha strike.
if he's still in, oh, really?
Vehicle trashed.
Even medium lasers. Oh, yes, a milk run, Darius. That's it. That's it.
Successful.
Well, I thought a 1 skull with hard on would actually be a hard on. Terrible. I'm very sorry. 150 grand is probably the easiest money. The salvage is going to be pitiful. Oh, no mech parts. Oh well, I was looking for some small lasers, and I could pick these up, but they're very, very cheap. The Lerm 10s, they retail for 150 grand, so they're worth 15,000 each. So I'm going to take a couple of those just to get the financial value, and have to make do. So, I think for me, that's all of these contracts in this one place done. Next time, we will be starting the Benefactor mission and seeing how that goes. There's likely to be a bit of travel after that, so I can continue to tweak the mechs and get them to be more like I want them to be. Thank you for joining me. I hope you're staying dry at the moment, and I'll speak to you soon.